She wants to begin with a simple question. One many men ask themselves silently each night: does he also get up 2, 3, or even 4 times to use the bathroom? If so, she knows how incredibly frustrating that is. That constant interruption doesn't just steal sleep, it drains the vital energy needed for the next day. It's an exhausting cycle that repeats over and over. Little by little, the lack of deep rest can affect memory, making names and moments harder to recall. It can strain heart health, increasing the risk of cardiovascular problems. And even more concerning, it can raise the risk of falls in the dark, early hours. Many men tell her with a shrug of resignation, "Doctor, it must be age." Yes, age plays a role, but she says clearly, from deep clinical experience, it doesn't have to be this way. The human body is incredibly resilient and adaptable, and big problems often have surprisingly simple, natural solutions. The good news? There are simple, natural, accessible options that can help him sleep through the night without interruptions. Best of all, this isn't about pricey miracle pills with side effects or obscure remedies that are hard to find. It's about fruit. Everyday fruit he's likely seen at the local market or might already have in the kitchen, gifts from nature designed to care for us. Today, she'll reveal 5 nighttime fruits that, when added properly to his routine, can make a huge difference. She'll explain why each one helps, plus how and when to eat them so they actually work. And at the end, she'll share a special recipe along with a few evening habits that amplify the effect. Stay through the end. What he's about to hear can transform his nights and, in turn, his mornings. First fruit, bananas. Now for the first big nighttime ally, the banana. He might think it's too common to have any real power, but often the simplest things work best, and the banana is a clear example. Bananas are rich in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals essential for muscle relaxation. She isn't just talking about the muscles you feel in your legs or back. She also means the internal muscles most people never think about, the bladder and urinary tract muscles. When those muscles are tight, irritated, or overactive, the bladder contracts and sends those annoying gotta go alarms in the middle of the night. By eating bananas regularly, those muscles relax, which helps reduce nighttime urgency. But there's more. Bananas contain tryptophan, an essential amino acid the body converts into serotonin, the feel-good chemical, and then into melatonin, the hormone that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. That means, in addition to calming the bladder, a banana can help him fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. It not only reduces the need to get up, it also improves the quality of the sleep he does get. Another key detail: bananas are naturally low in sodium. Why does that matter? Because a high salt diet promotes fluid retention, which increases urine production. Including bananas in the diet supports a healthier fluid balance, reducing how much urine is produced at night. Many of her patients also appreciate a surprise bonus: fewer nighttime leg cramps. If he's ever woken up with a sharp calf or foot cramp at 2 a.m., he knows the feeling. The potassium and magnesium in bananas help prevent those spasms, making for calmer, cramp-free sleep. She often shares the case of Mr. Michael, a 70-year-old who came in exhausted from getting up 4 times a night and plagued by frequent cramps. She suggested something simple, a ripe banana, about an hour before bed. A week later, he returned grinning. "Doctor, I slept almost through the night and not a single cramp." Small changes, big results. How and when to eat it? Ideally, a ripe banana, neither green nor overly brown, about an hour before bedtime. He can eat it on its own as a light snack or pair it with a little plain, unsweetened yogurt. That combo adds protein and probiotics that support overnight digestion. If he has diabetes, choose a ripe but not overly sweet banana, avoid very spotty ones, and pair it with a small handful of walnuts or almonds to slow sugar absorption. The second fruit, pears. Now to the second ally against nighttime bathroom trips, the pear. It may look humble, but its makeup makes it a gem for anyone who wants to sleep straight through without interruptions. First, its structured water content. This isn't the same as drinking a full glass of water right before bed. The water held within the pear's fiber releases slowly, hydrating without overloading the bladder. The result? The body stays hydrated overnight without triggering multiple urgent trips. Pears also contain pectin, a soluble fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar. Why is that important? Blood sugar spikes can cause sudden awakenings or stimulate urine production. Keeping glucose steady is key to keeping the body in rest mode. Another plus, pears are naturally low acid. That means people with sensitive bladders who don't tolerate citrus or more acidic fruits often do well with pears and can enjoy them without irritation. She often sees cases like Mrs. Carmen, 68, who struggled with bladder irritation every time she ate an orange at dinner. When she swapped it for a pear, she slept several nights in a row without that burning, urgent sensation. Pears also provide antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, such as flavonoids and vitamin C, that help protect the kidneys and support a healthier fluid balance in the body. It's not just about sleeping better tonight, it's about long-term kidney health. How and when to eat it. She recommends having a pear 30-45 minutes before bed, eat it whole, well-washed, and with the skin on, since most of the fiber is in the peel. Another option is a light salad with pear, a little cottage cheese, or a few tender baby spinach leaves. For a special touch, sprinkle a bit of ground cinnamon. Beyond flavor, cinnamon helps steady blood sugar and supports comfortable nighttime digestion. The third fruit, grapes. Next up is a small but mighty powerhouse, grapes, especially red or purple. Grapes are among the few fruits that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle. A small handful in the evening helps the body recognize it's time to wind down, like a gentle built-in signal that says, "Relax, it's bedtime." The result is deeper sleep and a more stable nighttime rhythm. Grapes also deliver resveratrol, a well-studied antioxidant with cardiovascular benefits. It supports the heart and blood vessels and has anti-inflammatory effects that may calm bladder irritation. Practically speaking, a less inflamed bladder is a less active bladder overnight, which can mean fewer bathroom trips. Grapes add potassium too, which helps balance sodium and reduce fluid retention. With less urine produced overnight, sleep becomes more continuous. And because grapes are light and easy to digest, unlike heavier, more acidic fruits, they're a smart evening choice. She shares the experience of Mr. Raphael, 72, who used to wake 3 or 4 times every night. After eating a small cluster of grapes before bed, he noticed a change in under 2 weeks. "Doctor, now I'm up only once, and some nights I don't wake at all," he told her with relief. How to eat them. She suggests 6 to 8 whole grapes with the skin on, and seeds if tolerated, about 45 minutes before bedtime. Skip bottled grape juice, added sugars, and missing fiber can spike blood sugar. A simple tip, keep grapes chilled in the fridge. Cool grapes are refreshing and calming at day's end. The fourth fruit, apples. This familiar favorite is often underrated for nighttime benefits. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, the same fiber found in pears, which helps regulate digestion and prevent constipation, a common sleep-disrupting issue. When digestion is sluggish or inflamed, the body works instead of relaxing. An evening apple lightens the load so the body can rest. Pectin also helps steady blood sugar, buffering glucose spikes that can wake the body. Think of it as a natural shield that slows carb absorption for a smoother, more stable energy curve and uninterrupted sleep. Apples are also high in water and antioxidants, including quercetin, a flavonoid with anti-inflammatory properties that may help soothe bladder irritation and reduce urgency. In clinic, Mr. Carlos, 75, who has diabetes, admitted he was waking multiple times at night and facing morning glucose spikes. She suggested half a baked apple with cinnamon about 40 minutes before bed. In under a month, his fasting glucose settled noticeably, and his bathroom trips dropped to just 1. Best use? Eat apples with the peel to maximize fiber. If digestion is sensitive, bake or lightly cook the apple. It's an excellent evening snack. One tip: avoid very tart green varieties if the bladder is sensitive. Choose sweeter, gentler types. The fifth fruit, avocado. Avocado may not be the first fruit that comes to mind for sleep, but it's a hidden gem. Its unique nutrient profile makes it an invaluable ally for nighttime rest. Avocados are an exceptional source of magnesium, often called the body's natural relaxant. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation, including the bladder, calms the nervous system, and contributes to more restorative sleep. The healthy monounsaturated fats in avocado also support vascular health and help with the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients during the evening meal, useful for an overall calmer, steadier night. How to use it? A few avocado slices with dinner mashed ons. Whole grain toast or blended into a small, light smoothie can be enough to support evening relaxation without feeling heavy at bedtime. Magnesium is essential for muscle and nerve relaxation. A deficiency can lead to muscle spasms, nervous irritability, and insomnia. By eating avocado, a person gives the body a powerful dose of magnesium that relaxes not only the leg muscles, but also the bladder, reducing the urge to urinate overnight. Avocado also provides healthy fats, specifically monounsaturated fats, that help stabilize blood sugar levels through the night. These slow digesting fats prevent sharp glucose spikes and drops, helping the brain stay in deep rest mode. Another key component is potassium, which, as noted with bananas, supports fluid balance and counteracts sodium. Mr. Peter, a 64-year-old patient with prostate issues, is a clear example. Although his prostate was well managed, he was still waking 3 times a night. She suggested adding a quarter of an avocado to his light dinner. His reaction was immediate. "Doctor, I didn't think something so small could help me sleep more." The avocado's healthy fats and high magnesium content relaxed his system and reduced pressure on his bladder. How to eat avocado for sleep. She recommends a small portion, about 1/4 of a medium avocado, with dinner. It can be added to a light salad, spread on whole grain toast, or eaten on its own. Avoid large portions at night. Even healthy fats can feel heavy for overnight digestion. Simple combo and practical recipe. Now that the 5 fruits and their benefits are clear, the question is how to get the most out of them. The answer is simple. Combine them in a nighttime fruit bowl that brings out the best of each. Her go-to recipe: 1/2 banana, sliced, 1/2 pear, diced 6 to 8 whole grapes with skin, 1/4 apple, cubed, 1/4 avocado in small chunks. Place everything in a small bowl, toss gently, and, if desired, sprinkle a little ground cinnamon. Cinnamon adds a warm aroma and also helps steady blood sugar and support nighttime digestion. Keep the recipe simple. No added sugar or artificial sweeteners. These fruits already have the ideal balance of natural sweetness and nutrients. Together, they deliver a powerful mix of potassium, magnesium, natural melatonin, antioxidants, and fiber. Everything the body needs to relax, regulate fluids, and prepare for deep sleep. One essential tip: avoid pairing this bowl with large amounts of water or other beverages. Hydration matters, but drinking too much right before bed increases bladder pressure and works against the goal. The sweet spot is enjoying this bowl 45 to 60 minutes before bedtime, giving the body time to process the nutrients and ease into rest. It's a simple, affordable, and delicious ritual, one that, with consistency, can become a reliable ally for quiet nights and energized mornings. Why nocturnal urination, nocturia, happens? Before going further, it's important to understand why nighttime urination occurs. Knowing the causes helps avoid common mistakes that can unknowingly make the problem worse. Excess fluids before bed. It's not just water. Diuretics like coffee, tea, certain herbal infusions, and alcohol stimulate urine production and increase bladder pressure precisely when the body should be resting. Bladder irritating foods. Spicy meals, tomatoes, citrus, chocolate, carbonated drinks, and artificial sweeteners can overstimulate the bladder and trigger contractions overnight. Low minerals, potassium, magnesium. Deficiencies disrupt fluid balance and raise the risk of muscle spasms, including bladder spasms. Underlying medical conditions, diabetes, prostate problems in men, kidney disease, and hormonal imbalances can increase both nighttime urine production and bladder sensitivity. In these cases, adjusting habits helps, but medical evaluation is essential to address root causes. The stress-insomnia cycle. Insomnia drives stress. Stress raises blood pressure and affects kidney function, which increases nighttime urine production, creating a repeating loop. Understanding these drivers is the first step. When someone knows what to avoid and how to strengthen the body with foods like the 5 fruits above, the chances of better sleep improve significantly. Waking multiple times at night to use the bathroom may seem like a small nuisance many men simply tolerate, but it doesn't have to be permanent. And small, strategic changes can make a real difference. Ignoring nocturia can have serious health consequences that go far beyond losing a few hours of sleep. The first risk is the loss of deep sleep. This stage of rest is essential for tissue repair, hormone production, and immune strength. When sleep is constantly interrupted, the body fails to recover, leading to chronic fatigue and reduced concentration. Over time, a lack of restorative sleep raises the risk of cardiovascular problems. Studies show that people who sleep poorly on an ongoing basis are more likely to develop hypertension, arrhythmias, and heart disease. The mind is affected as well. Frequent sleep disruptions are associated with greater cognitive decline, memory loss, and even a faster progression of conditions like dementia in older adults. The emotional toll can't be overlooked. Poor sleep fuels irritability, anxiety, and even depression. Many patients tell her that after several nights without rest, they feel their motivation and mood for everyday activities slipping. Physical fatigue also shows up as muscle weakness and a higher risk of falls. When the body is unrested, it feels clumsy and unstable, increasing the chances of household accidents, especially in the dark. In short, nighttime urination is not a trivial issue. Left unaddressed, it can affect the heart, memory, mood, and physical safety. That's why simple steps, like adding the 5 fruits and improving evening habits, are more than just tips. They're a way to protect overall health and quality of life. So far, she has discussed 5 fruits that can help someone sleep through the night, but to strengthen their effect, it's essential to pair them with easy evening routines that prepare the body for deep rest. First, watch total fluid intake before bed. Sip water throughout the day, but avoid large glasses in the 2 hours before bedtime. That maintains hydration without overfilling the bladder overnight. Second, reduce or eliminate afternoon caffeine and alcohol. Coffee, strong tea, some herbal infusions, and alcoholic beverages have diuretic effects and stimulate the bladder. They also degrade sleep quality, even if someone falls asleep quickly. Third, choose a light dinner. Heavy, salty, or spicy meals increase thirst and, with it, urine production. Lighter dinners with cooked vegetables, gentle proteins like fish or chicken, and a touch of whole grain carbohydrates support easier sleep. Fourth, build in pre-bed relaxation. Spend at least 15 minutes reading, listening to soft music, or practicing deep breathing. These routines reduce stress and help calm bladder activity, since emotional tension can stimulate it. Finally, optimize the sleep environment. A cool, dark, quiet bedroom helps the body stay in sleep mode. In noisy places, earplugs or a white noise machine can help. When these practices are combined with regular intake of banana, pear, grapes, apple, and avocado, results can be striking. Many men report noticing a difference in just a week. Fewer bathroom trips, longer stretches of uninterrupted sleep, and mornings with real energy. In conclusion, evening habits are the perfect complement. They're the fertile ground that lets those fruits deliver their full potential for peaceful, restorative nights. Now that this path is clear, she wants viewers to remember one key idea. Getting up multiple times a night is not just an annoyance. It's a signal the body needs help. The good news is that this doesn't require complicated treatments or expensive solutions. The 5 fruits, simple staples like banana, pear, grapes, apple, and avocado, paired with smart nighttime routines, can make a huge difference in sleep and overall health. Banana relaxes muscles, prevents cramps, and provides tryptophan to promote sleep. Pear and apple provide smart hydration, stabilize glucose, and protect sensitive bladders. Grapes, small but powerful, offer natural melatonin and resveratrol to calm inflammation. Avocado, rich in magnesium, supports full-body relaxation. Combined in a light fruit bowl, this becomes a natural, safe, and accessible remedy. Add in avoiding late-day caffeine, eating a lighter dinner, and taking a few minutes to unwind before bed, and many men discover what her patients already enjoy: quiet nights and energized mornings. She encourages viewers to try it tonight. There's no need to wait months or spend money on supplements. The kitchen often holds the key to restorative sleep. She also invites them to share their experience. If they put these tips into practice, what changes do they notice at night? Their stories may encourage other men their age who still believe waking 5 times is inevitable. If this was helpful, she invites them to subscribe and turn on notifications. The channel shares practical, natural guidance to support men's health after 60, because sleeping well isn't a luxury, it's a right.